Now, for centuries, volcanoes have been a source of fascination. Now, scientists at Bristol University have been studying the effect they have on our climate. A team has recently returned from an expedition to Hawaii, where they witnessed dramatic scenes within metres of the volcano's crater. Well, earlier I spoke to the men who led the project, Dr. Adam Durant and Dr. Matt Watson. I began by asking Adam what new techniques they were using to gather information.
We have these balloons that we control via satellite. They drift with winds, and we take measurements. And we've been comparing them to a suite of well-established measurement techniques. And Hawaii really provides a really good natural laboratory to do this study.
Matt, it must be pretty amazing to be launching balloons right in the gases from a volcano. I mean, dangerous for...
Yeah, that's right. And we were controlled at all times by the Hawaii Volcano Observatory staff, but actually we're only allowed in for about a minute. We have to inflate the balloon, make sure it's ready to go, drive in, release it, and then drive out, all in under a minute.
Because it's so dangerous.
Exactly.
The gases, presumably.
The gases are very toxic indeed.
And how do you get the balloons back to get your results?
If things go well, we can land them and find them relatively easily. The first balloon actually landed up in the jungle, so we had a 3-hour round trip through jungle to go get them, which was a bit of a battle.
So what are you learning from this, Adam?
Well, we're focusing on one gas, sulfur dioxide, and we're trying to understand the consequences of this gas in the atmosphere. So we've made the first balloon-based measurements of this gas in volcanic plume, and we've watched its evolution downwind from the volcano. And this gas ultimately forms acid rain, so it's important for the environment, and it's also important because it's a toxic gas.
It's amazing that people do live so close to a volcano, but what are you learning about the wider picture about climate change?
Well, in order to figure out exactly what man-made emissions are doing to the climate, you actually need to know what volcanoes are doing as well. The volcanic signature is very subtle, but without it, our computer models actually don't tell us, don't give us particularly reliable information about climate change.
So is man doing worse things than volcanoes?
Well, I mean, for the gas we're interested in, man produces about 10 times as much sulfur dioxide as volcanoes do, which, if you think about it, is actually quite a terrifying prospect, I think.
Indeed. We'll leave it at there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fascinating. Well, our thanks to Oliver Durant, who filmed those pictures in Hawaii.